everyone, my name is Mark, I'm your driver, and today we are taking this for a spin. This is a Renault Clio Esprit Alpine. This is the TCe 90. This has the turbocharged 1-liter 3-cylinder engine, which is cool. I haven't driven a car with a 3-cylinder before. I think it should sound a little bit better than a rattly 4-cylinder, although it may produce some extra vibrations on account of that cylinder being gone. But yeah, it makes 100 horsepower and 116 pound-feet of torque. You've got some fake center lock wheel caps. You've got some badging there. This color is very nice. I'll try to maybe find some videos earlier on where you can see this nice flake in the gray paint. It's not totally flat, which I quite like. It is very nice in the sense that there is a lot of varied materials in here. So on the door card, you've got hard touch plastic up top and down below, but the door armrest itself is nice and soft all the way up to past the controls. When you get in, it plays you a nice little song and boots everything up for you. And in the middle of the door card here, you do get a nice little bit of graphic and some soft padded material, which is nice. Closing the door, we can see that up on the upper dash, this is actually soft touch material. This here, there's a little bit of squish to this fabric as well, which is nice, and it wraps down below a little bit further than you'd expect. You've got a steering wheel heater button, some parking sensor buttons, a physical control up and down for your gauge cluster brightness. If we do start it up here, you do have a pretty nice bit of knurling around the start stop button. And as you can see and hear there, we have beautiful, nice physical controls for your HVAC. So physical 2-stage heated seats. You've got this nice little rotary selector for where the air comes out. They do feel nice, and they do have these nice little displays in them, which I think is pretty cool. You've got your AC button, your circulating air button. That all works very well. You've got your lock and unlock, hazards, drive mode. It's basically adaptive, sport, and eco. And it is a bit bright out, so I'm not sure if you can see, there is some ambient lighting here that goes green when you're in eco, blue in my sense, and red in sport, which is very nice. So overall, I do actually like this interior quite a lot. There's a good use of physical controls. Everything is where you'd expect it to be. It all works very well, and everything has a pretty satisfying click to it. Turn signals are nicely damped, and if you can see here, this little extra stock is for your media controls. So if I cycle through this iPod style selector here, it will switch the different radio stations, and then you can increase or decrease or mute your volume with this, change your sources, change through different modes. That's all very nice, and this is all very logically laid out. In here, you've got a tiny, tiny little cubby that can just barely fit my ND filters, and they've almost gotten stuck in there. Electronic parking brake. I don't quite know what, this does have auto start stop, which is a little bit strange because it's a manual, so sometimes you'll just think, oh, I've stalled it, but in fact, you haven't, it's fine, it's just the system doing its job. And then you can go and personalize your safety settings, which I have found to be incredibly, incredibly paranoid. This car could use a Xanax or two, just in the sense that it is constant, because the lanes are very narrow here in the UK, it always seems to think that you're about to run out of lane. And so it's constantly tugging at the steering wheel a little bit, and it's always beeping at you. And so if I am hugging the left side of the road and there are wider cars on the right, it will start blaring at me to pay attention, maintain control, and I'll have both hands on the steering wheel and I'll try to give it some torque, and it doesn't really go away. I don't know what its deal is, but it is just very hyperactive and very, very anxious. So overall, in terms of this interior and the tech and everything, I think it's a very, very nice blend. I quite like this. I like the soft padded dash, and I really like these Alpine seats. These are very, very nicely bolstered, as you can see on the top and bottom. They're not so tight that if you are a larger body than I am, because I am rather slim, they are still gonna hug you in place, but it's not gonna be like you're squeezed or uncomfortable. But it is maybe something that you would just want to figure out before you buy. And then you do have cloth surfaces, and that is just about the interior. So let's get this mic under the hood and let's go for a drive.